Welcome, Googans. After drill, beef,
Drew.
we're here. Deal with it. That's right. After one exciting professional quality broadcast from the back room here at 10 X, so we're back better than ever, looking like disheveled pigs.
You really thought we were gonna
Elvis. You thought it would last! Ha!
You thought we would abandon Velvet Elvis?
Never.
Never.
That's our guy back there.
Yeah.
That's our guy, Velvet Elvis.
2 days ago, we gave you this big long speech about how I have to look for him for courage and strength during these shows, and
He's a true inspiration.
And you know how convenient it is that I just get to look over my shoulder and ask him for guidance. Why would I get rid of that?
Right. And I do appreciate that while you're looking over your shoulder for guidance from Elvis, you do look to me as well. Not for guidance so much, but maybe for inspiration.
Yes.
Welcome in, Googans. It's Friday.
Yes.
We love Fridays. It's Football Friday. We're ready for a big weekend of action. Not for the Gators and Dogs, as they're both off for the week leading into Florida, Georgia. But, of course, Drew's beloved Seminoles.
A big showdown in Tallahassee.
UJCC Tallahassee as the Noles take on Wake Forest. Drew, give us a preview.
I'll give you a preview. This Wake Forest team got smacked by Clemson 65-3, and I had put my money that come fourth quarter, it's going to be tight. There's your preview. FSU will be starting their
FSU will be starting preview.
Yeah, the FSU will be starting their 7th offensive line combo in 7 games. Stay tuned to see just how bad of a football team can wreck Florida State's offensive line. I'll give you a hint. Anyone can.
Yeah, well, if Samford could. Literally anyone can. On top of that, there's some good college football games tomorrow, in addition to FSU Wake, which is seriously going to be a barn burner.
You know what I really want to see is Oregon-Washington State. That's college game day, first time ever at Washington State.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
Mike Leach, Oregon coming off a huge win against Washington. I'd be careful if I was the Ducks. It'd be an interesting little game.
Yeah, they're hyped up in Pullman too, man. They're fired up. I've actually got a couple friends who are from that area, so it's like I'm seeing the in-town perspective as they prepare for game day. They are out
apparently
of their
there
minds.
were people waiting off the highway to welcome the college game day trucks.
Yeah, they're out of their minds right now in Pullman, Washington for college game day coming in. It's big time. And also, then it comes down to Sunday where there's a little football game here at TIAA Bank Field where the Jags and Texans, and what some are calling a must-win game for Jacksonville, as the Jags don't want to make it 3 straight losses. Meanwhile, the Texans are looking to win 4 straight, so something's got to give here, right?
Yeah.
Or maybe not. Maybe a couple streaks continue. But your dad asked this question that kind of came from the television show, and he applied it to the radio show today. The question is, if you had a chip or a button that you could press, or a chip you could play this before one Jaguar game from now to the end of the season, and you can only play it one time, but when you played it that one time, you got to win. Doesn't matter what happens in the game, you're going to get the dub. Is this the week that you would play it?
No. Because if I did play it this week, I'm going to give you guys a little spoiler alert. If I did have to play it this week, it means this Jaguar team sucks anyways. So what's the point? That's kind of how I look at it. If I have to play it this week against the Houston Texans at home, and I don't get to save it down the road against whoever, like maybe Pittsburgh or Tennessee, week whatever when we play them and the division's actually on the line, if I have to use it now when I'm 3-3 going into a home matchup against the Houston Texans, who have probably one of the only teams in the league who have a worse offensive line than you, then we suck anyways. And there's I would not use it now. Yeah,
that's all reasonable. I mean, look, the Houston Texans are not overwhelmingly good. That being said, they're 3-3, just like the Jaguars. So yeah, the AFC South is really up for anyone to take. Everyone used their chip for the Patriots game. That's entirely possible.
Yeah.
And that was a game everybody wanted. There's been a lot of those chip-type games throughout this year. And injuries have made it, like Drew said, injuries have made us a desperate team. And we'll see, Thank you, Tony. And now your Husky football pride, okay?
At least somebody appreciates
Mac.
I'm
all about that Maction, boss.
Maction. I'm all about that Maction, boss.
But the Jags, they got to have this game. I mean, it's not a must-win game, for the usual reasons you apply that title to a game, but they do have to have this game.
I mean, look, I get it. We talked about it a couple weeks ago where I said this Houston game is going to be huge because you don't want to go 0-2 in the division. You've now lost 2 straight, so it's even bigger than previously before. Then you're going to play the Eagles in London. So
Right.
you're looking at a chance of maybe a 4-game skid if you drop this one.
Going into a bye.
Which is not what you want.
No.
I kind of like for instance, like Florida State blew the 20-point lead to Miami and they go straight into a bye. It's like when you have a tough stretch or something bad happens, you don't want to go into a bye because you just want to get back out there and get that bad taste out of your mouth. So they've been thinking about that. And look, if you're the Jags, you do not want to go into a bye on a 4-game skid.
No, it'd be gross, man.
Yeah.
Plus, I mean, you don't.
And have fun being 3-5, probably a couple games back in the division. Have fun coming back from that.
Yeah.
Then I'll tell you
it's
again.
Not a recipe for success.
You lose this game, you lose next week. I mean, like I said, it doesn't matter because you're no good. But I'm telling you, I don't see the Jags winning the division if they lose these next 2 games. I don't know how it would happen unless the division really is just that bad. I mean, I think if you were to win the division, losing each of the next 2 games, then I would assume that the winner of the division is like 8-8 or like 9-7 at the absolute best, which I guess really could happen in this division.
Which we're only 6 games in, but this division feels like that type of division. We're like 9-7.
Which is so funny because like 2 weeks in, everybody was like, "Wow, AFC South, what a division!" Like Colts, we thought they'd be terrible. They're not half bad. They're hanging with people. The Texans will figure it out. The Titans are undefeated. The Jags are undefeated.
So far, the only one of those predictions that have come through is that it seems like the Texans have figured it out a little bit in the last couple weeks. That being said, the Texans aren't very good, man.
Yeah, they're not.
That offensive line is terrible.
And that was also wrong analysis by me because the Titans were never undefeated. They lost game 1.
And the Texans, Deshaun Watson is really beat up. That offensive line is bad. He's on pace to set an NFL record for most times being hit in a season. Take it with a grain of salt, but that report last week that he played the Cowboys game with a broken rib and a partially collapsed lung. It's bad. It's bad. I mean, that offensive line is the worst in the league, and that's coming from somebody who's watched what's left of this Jags line the last 2 weeks.
I think what concerns you the most is Houston. Their defense has been able to get pressure all year. You now have Watt, Merciless, and Clowney going against this Jaguars offensive line, which has given up pressure to just about everyone the last couple of weeks after you lose Wells because you're down to your 3rd-string left tackle. Hasn't necessarily always been him, but the whole line as a whole is banged up. I mean, Norwell and Linder are on the injury report every day, it seems. And now, but with Houston, here's the thing, is Jacksonville hasn't really returned to quote-unquote Saxonville at all this year.
No.
Well, who's to say that that Jags D-line is really going to capitalize off a horrible offensive line? Because you haven't seen it yet. So hopefully this is the week that Jacksonville's D-line shows back up and gets some pressure on Watson. But, quarterbacks that can run around and move the pocket have historically kind of hurt this Jaguars team. So, I don't know.
Man, I mean, it's a Texas team that can rush the passer. It's an offensive line that's beat up. And, we don't know what's going on with Leonard Fournette. We don't know if he's going to play on Sunday. He was held out of practice yesterday, as was DJ Hayden. So we don't know what either one of their situations are. I mean, if you had to ask me gut right now, I don't think Leonard plays.
Yeah,
why would you? But if he doesn't practice Thursday, you don't feel great about him being able to suit up on Sunday. So I don't feel great about the idea of Leonard playing. Maybe he gives it a go. I don't know. But
man, how unbelievable is it that Leonard Fournette got hurt in that Giants game coming after a penalty that would have been a touchdown to end the drive. So maybe the injury never happens. Now, here's a way that a lot of people think, though. If you're going to pull your hamstring, if you're going to tear your ACL, if something like that's going to happen to you, right? It's probably going to happen regardless of the situation. It's probably, you're close is the point. So maybe his hamstring wasn't all there anyways, and maybe that's why. But again, that's something to think about because I think it might have been an illegal hands to the face by Norwell is what got that particular touchdown called back, if I remember correctly.
I think that's a compliment. I'm not sure. I think they said you sound like your dad. I don't know if that's a compliment. But do you sing like your dad? I'm not sure.
Oh,
do you sing like Dan Hicken, Drew? That's the question. Can you sing like
do I sing like him? Yeah, we both suck, so
there's that.
I guess so.
You're not going to get any arguments from me on that one.
But I'll sit out there, I'll bang out like I'm good, though. I mean, I'll bring it home for you.
Well, yeah. Well, that's...
but it's bad.
You perform confidently.
Oh, yeah. I would love to have a karaoke show.
Maybe we should have a karaoke showdown between you and your dad.
That's fine.
Or maybe guys have you, duet.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not sure what song you would do.
Maybe
you do Endless Love.
Ain't No Mountain High Enough.
That'd be a good one.
That'd be great.
Can I have you do like Cats in the Cradle?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, hey. Either way, you know.
I'd be okay with that.
Jeff's head would explode.
Jeff would hate it.
If he ever got any kind of
If he ever
wind.
worked,
Yeah.
it would upset him. But thankfully, he's never here.
Uh,
It's 2 Fridays in a row for Jeff Rowe's been out. I don't know what he's doing this week. It could be rehab, could be another vacation. Who knows? He got mad when I called last weekend's thing a vacation. I don't know what else you call it when you get in a car, you drive someplace, and you stay at the beach and fish. That sounds like a vacation to me. Apparently it wasn't. Apparently it was like a work trip, or it was so strenuous it wasn't a vacation. I don't know. It felt like a vacation to me. I'm not going to judge. I'll be on a mini vacation this weekend.
Oh.
I'm headed down to the to O-Town
Oh.
for a little live MST3K action.
Nice.
So if you're headed down that way, come hang out. Come say hello. Don't do that, really.
Please.
Just yeah. When I'm in my own personal space, leave me alone. No autographs. But yeah, I'll be out. And but we'll all be back Monday. We think. I don't know. Jeff might decide to extend his vacay.
You never know.
No,
really.
we'll be back Monday. Monday, the drill is actually live on location.
Whoa!
We'll be out. There's a big Jaguar Sporting Clays event, so we'll be out at the Sporting Clays range on Monday morning.
Okay.
So, it's a winning combination because it's Dan, it's Jeff, and it's guns. And those 3 things, are each in and of themselves great, but you put them together, it's a recipe for a lot of fun.
Oh,
So,
yeah. No doubt.
We'll be live on the scene, and we'll be coming at you live, hopefully on a Victory Monday. We need it. You know why we need a win, Drew, more than anything?
What is that?
Before we go? Because I need Jalen back in my life. Okay? Quiet Jalen has come, and quiet Jalen, quite frankly, quiet Jalen sucks. Okay?
Yeah.
And everybody keeps telling Jalen to shut up and play. I don't want Jalen to shut up and play. I want Jalen to run his mouth and play.
Man, here's the thing. Once you've already... Jalen, like... Your entire 3 years in the league, you've been kind of a JA, and we love that about you because you're our JA,
right,
so it's
we
all
hate you
good.
playing anywhere else.
Even you can't talk all that crap and then have 2 bad weeks and just go into a little shell.
You can't go catatonic.
Honestly,
after a bad week.
I think if anything, the defense looks at that and they go, "Oh,
you should come and talk more trash.
That's not good.
Let's double down.
Yeah,
talk about how you're going to come in and you're going to break DeAndre Hopkins in half.
We need that.
When
you say you talk trash to hold yourself to a standard because you got to go out there and back it up, we'll do it then. And when you don't, then we're all worried that you don't think you can back it up.
Do it.
I mean, come on, man.
Let's do it. Let's get a win. Let's demoralize Houston. And let's get this thing back on track because Philly's getting right, man. Suddenly this game in London is big.
Yeah.
Because Philly's gotten right, and the Jags need to be rolling into this with some momentum. And hopefully take a 2-game win streak into the bye. But first things first, let's get Houston Sunday, guys. We'll be back Monday, I think, for another edition.
#BeatWakeForest.
We love you.